Hello everyone, and welcome to the 2020 Virtual Song, Stages and Seafood Festival, proudly sponsored by Powell's Supermarket, your local grocer since 1948. I'm one of your hosts, Adam Pike, and for the next 5 days you can join us right here, online, for great cooking demos and entertainment. What a great show we have in store for you tonight. We were all supposed to be down to Kelly's Landing enjoying her salmon dinner she puts off every year. But unfortunately, due to COVID-19, we cannot do that. However, tonight we will be joined by Delaney, who will be showing us how to cook a cioppino with entertainment provided by Fergus, and we'll be heading up to Nan's Kitchen at Powell's Supermarket, where they will show us how to make their famous pizzas. That's all coming up right now, so stay with us.
To Delaney's Kitchen in Coley's Point, where he will begin to show us how to make his cioppino.
Hello and welcome to the first virtual Song, Stages and Seafood Festival. For I guess the next 5 days we're going to have a different chef and a different entertainer and a visit from our friends from Powell's Supermarket, and we're going to put it all together into a show as we're doing right now. And we're going to cook for you, we're going to sing for you and entertain you for about 45 to 50 minutes each night of when the Seafood Festival should have been. So, I'm not a chef, but I do love to cook. I've been cooking for over 30 years. They call me just a foodie. And anyway, so as David scans, we are going to be making cioppino. And that's a fisherman's stew that originated in California, in San Francisco actually, by some Italian immigrants. And basically, it's the catch of the day. Whatever they would get, you would all put it all into the pot, and that was their cioppino. Some of the ingredients that we're going to be using, as David scanned, we have some lovely mussels, some crab, different ways. We have some claws, knuckles, as I call them, other delicious pieces, some lovely cod, some little mini scallops, and some shrimp that we got here. And then of course we got an array of celery, peppers, onions, different types of seasonings, carrot, and we're going to put it all together, bam it in the pot, and it should come out delicious. So we'll be right back.
Thanks, Ron. Now it's time to hear some music from the talented Fergus O'Byrne.
Here's a song from just outside of St. John's, a place called Logie Bay. A young couple determined to be married, but the father of the young woman was having it another way. Great tune to dance to an old-fashioned waltz, so clear your kitchen floor and have a waltz. Ye ladies and ye gentlemen, I pray you lend an ear while I locate the residence of a lovely charmer fair, that curling of her yellow locks first stole my heart away, and her place of habitation was down in Logie Bay. 'Twas on a summer's evening this little place I found. I met with her aged father, he did me sore confound. If you address my daughter, I'll send her far away, and she never will return again while you're in Logie Bay. 'Twas on the very next morning he went to St. John's Town and engaged for her a passage on a vessel outward bound. He robbed me of my heart's delight, he sent her far away. downhearted for the star of Logie Bay. How could you be so cruel to part me from my love? Her tender heart beats in her breast as constant as the dove. Venus was no fairer than the lonely month of May. May heaven above shower down its love on the star of Logie Bay. Oh, now I'll go a-roaming, I can no longer stay. I'll search the wide world over in every country. I'll search in vain through France and Spain, likewise America, until I will sight my heart's delight, the star of Logie Bay. So to conclude and finish, the truth to you I'll tell. Between Torbay and my love did dwell, the finest girl outgraced our isle, so everyone did say. May heaven above send down its love on the star of Logie Bay. May heaven above send down its love on the star of Logie Bay.
Great job, Fergus. Let's head back over to Ron's kitchen to see how his cioppino is coming along.
All right, so we first got some bacon in the pot. Now we're going to go and put in some pork sausage. This is our flavor base right here. This is going to make this wonderful. All those nice crispy bits now that are down on the bottom, which we call a fond. When we deglaze, just in a few minutes, we're going to let this go for 3 or 4 minutes. And then we'll add some of the hard root vegetables. We're going to add some of the carrot, and we will also add the onion. Let them sweat down. And we'll start building flavor.
Looking good, Ron. Now it's time that we head up to Nan's Kitchen at Powell's Supermarket, where we're joined by Valerie Morgan and Chantel Jacobs as they show us how to make their famous pizza.
And I'm joined by Chantel Jacobs, and we're behind the scenes in our beautiful industrial kitchen at Nan's Kitchen Restaurant, and you're going to get kind of a sneak peek at how our pizza magic happens and how it begins. We've got a fantastic pizza program in Nan's Kitchen, and Chantel is one of the pizza artists behind all that. She loves pizza as much as I do,
yes,
and a lot of our customers
sure.
too. So Chantel, tell me about this dough that you're going to be working with here in a second to show us.
Well, this dough we have here, we make fresh every single morning. It's actually vegan friendly, so we don't use any eggs or milk products, nothing like that. So, to start,
so you guys get an order in, or you're making your dough for supper hour or lunch hour.
Yeah, we'll make our dough in the morning, and then as we get our orders and that, we'll cut it down to whatever size they want. Yeah, and then, so say somebody ordered an extra large, we'll make an extra large here.
Wonderful.
Okay. So, we're gonna get some flour. Throw that down first.
It's always fun when you get to make a bit of a mess.
Yeah,
too,
right? Oh, I make a huge mess.
That's part of the fun.
Yeah. Okay. Now I try not to squish it too much to leave the air in there.
Absolutely. So again, this is an original recipe.
Yes.
That was developed for the pizza program,
I
right?
tried a lot of different recipes to make sure that it was the right consistency, the right, it rose properly. It took us a while, but We got it.
I heard there was a bit of sampling going on. I think we all put on a couple of pounds as we tried to go through the process.
Sure.
And, find
We
the
actually, our pizza sauce, we went through, I'd say, 10 or 15 to try and find the right pizza sauce.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Because, people love their pizza. They're passionate about it, about the kind of crust, about the sauce.
For
It's
sure.
really important.
Yeah.
So you guys went with a really nice flavorful sauce, but it's
It's less acidic.
right.
So we have a lot of older ones who like our pizza.
Yeah.
And even younger ones, and they get like heartburn. And with this sauce, you won't really get that because it's less acidic, so it's not really so strong, right?
Yeah, but it has that nice flavor.
Yes, it still has a kick.
Right. Awesome.
Okay, so we got an extra large pizza right there.
Beautiful. So we're gonna head out to the
Yes.
storefront and
And dress it.
awesome. Okay, Chantel. So we've moved from the kitchen area and
Yes.
we're out here now in our Dan's Kitchen restaurant, right behind this beautiful focal point. I love how when we renovated, we knew our stone pizza oven was going to be such an important part of the restaurant, and of course, we get to enjoy these delicious pizzas as a result. So, I guess kind of tell us a little bit about the process when you guys are assembling. I know we have some specialty pizzas, and people can come in and kind of create their own. And I know you're sometimes the girls tease you too about being so particular about your pizzas,
Yes.
which shows your love of it, right?
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, when I first started it was, I wanted to make sure it was done, like the way I would want my pizza, right?
Absolutely.
So today, I guess we'll make a deluxe that has all of our veggies and all of our meat, and that seems to be like the most popular one.
Definitely
So-
a go-to one for
Yes,
sure. yeah.
right? So we're gonna start with 8 ounces of our pizza sauce.
Yeah, people are passionate about the sauce that goes on, the type of crust you get.
And also it's very vegan friendly. So we also got the option, our cheese, we got a vegan friendly cheese that you can also use.
I saw that there.
Yes.
So, not only is our crust vegan, I'm sure you guys get all kinds of different dietary requests. So I noticed some cauliflower crusts that were here as well.
Yeah.
So that's
We got a couple of gluten-free options there. One of our options is a broccoli cheddar, which has a little bit of a spice to it. And we also have a cauliflower and cheese one, which is really, really nice. And that one's good with clubs or meat lovers, or, it's just a nice option to have.
well, for sure, because if you do have special dietary needs, at least you can still enjoy something like a delicious pizza.
Yes, right?
I know I'd be heartbroken if my diet changed and I couldn't enjoy pizza. That would be
Right. Or cheese.
that would be a sad day for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's great that there's options out there.
And our cheese is actually 23% MF. So it's very stringy.
Awesome. So that's that really, really nice
Yeah,
pizza
moisture.
cheese. Yeah.
A lot of moisture in the cheese. So when you take a slice, you can, my goodness, the cheese goes up here.
Awesome.
Okay, so that is our cheese on there. So now we'll do some pepperonis.
So Chantel, you said that you make pizzas like you would for yourself. I mean,
Yeah.
you put that little bit of extra TLC into it makes a difference.
Yes, and I mean, sometimes it might take a little bit longer for you to get your pizza, but because of that, there's love put into it, right?
Absolutely.
We hand roll it, and then we also meticulously put on each piece, and so
So you guys crafted. I mean, our
Yes.
pieces are handcrafted from scratch. We've got your fresh ingredients,
Yeah.
and then it takes just minutes really in the stone oven.
yes, yeah, it only takes about 4 to 6 minutes in our stone oven. We also do half and half options. So one day, if you do want deluxe, but you also want to try something different, we can do a half meat lovers and a half deluxe, just so you can try the different flavors. Put some bacon on there.
Bacon. Oh yeah, that bacon makes everything even better.
Yeah. Our pizzas are known for a nice bit of bacon.
So and again, you're using real bacon.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
so delicious.
We take our bacon, we cook it, pre-cook it, and then we chop it up fresh every day.
all those veggies are taken right from the produce
Yes.
section, I guess, fresh.
So they're
daily.
crispy. So we take them from Daryl and put them on our pizzas. There we go. And now we'll just pop them in the oven. Keeping an eye on it, and when we see it start to get nice and golden brown, that's when we'll take it out.
You guys know that kind of consistency
Yeah.
you're looking for.
Yes.
The little bubbles on
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Or sometimes we'll have a customer and they'll be stood there waiting and watching, and they'll say if they want it a little bit darker or a little bit lighter, right? They can
You
choose
can
their own
accommodate.
preference. Yeah,
Yeah.
choose what they like, right?
Plus, they actually get to see their pizza cook
Yeah.
before their eyes,
Yeah.
which is pretty wonderful.
Wow, I can almost smell that pizza up here at the Bay Roberts Visitor Center. Thank you to Powell's Supermarket, a proud sponsor of the 2020 Song Stages and Seafood Festival. Powell's Supermarket, your local grocer since 1948. Let's head back over to Ron's now to check on his cioppino.
Okay, so our sausages are back here cooking away. Those are bacon, creating some great flavor profile. We're ready for onions, celery, carrot. But I just want to mention, and I know a lot of people know this already, but there's some probably don't. When you're basically, I cut down on my onion, but then of course I come over like this, and a lot of people might just go straight across, but then that also leaves an opportunity to cut yourself. So with your knife, if you just turn it just a little degree so that if it slipped up, it's going to slip down, not slip up at you. So that's just a little tip. So I always put down, fingers away, nicely tucked in. Get a nice dice. So I just wanted to kind of show you that tip. I got all the onions really that I need over there, but we'll add these in. Never have too many onions really. So we'll bam in our onions in the pot. Some more. So that was 2 medium onions. Okay, let that go. Got a cup of carrot. Let that go. And a cup of celery. And let that go. And this was all for about five or so minutes. We'll let this go and sweat down and again build flavor. And we're back right next to us actually. I just mentioned this just to save time. I have my stock simmering. So that's right now, that's probably because it's after reduced down. I'd say I got probably about 7 liters of stock here right now. I just use store-bought. I don't use the fish stock. I use the beef because it gives it that much more depth of flavor. I put fish sauce in later on to give it a little bit of that. Plus, when you put in some of the others, like the crab and the mussels and all that, they open up. They give a nice seafood flavor to it as well. Okay, so there you go. Back in a bit.
Ron is getting there now. Let's head over and hear some music by Fergus O'Byrne.
In the old days in St. John's, the first boat in through the Narrows was the boat that was going to get the cream of the crop that were waiting to go working on those boats, go either fishing or sailing or going after seals. And the first boat in through the Narrows one of the years was a boat called the Old Paulina. There's a noble fleet of whalers sailing from Dundee, manned by British whalers to take them o'er the sea. On a Western Ocean passage, we started on the trip. We flew along just like a song in a gallant whaling ship. Oh, the wind was on our quarters, the engines working free. There's not another whaler that sail the Arctic Sea can beat the Old Paulina. You needn't try me, sons. We challenge all but great and small for Dundee to St. John. 'Twas the second Sunday morning after leaving port. We met a heavy south gale and washed away our boat. It washed away our quarterdeck stanchions just as well. So we set the whole shebang a plunging in the gale. The wind was on our quarters, the engines working free. There's not another whaler that sail the Arctic Sea. Can beat the old Helena, you needn't try me, sons. We challenge all but great is forward and to St. John. Our Jackman set his canvas for weather god of steam. Captain Guy, the daring boy, came plunging through the stream. And Mullins and the husky cried to beat the bloomin' lot. But to beat the old Paulina was something he could not. But the wind was on the quarters, the engines working free. There's not another whaler that sail the Arctic Sea. Can beat the old Paulina, you needn't try me, sons. We challenge all but great and small, we're indeed to St. John. There's a noble Terran over a model without doubt. The Arctic and the Aurora they talk so much about. Our Jackman's model steamboat, the terror of the sea, try to beat the old Paulina on a passage from Dundee. But the wind was on her quarters, the engines working free. There's not another whaler that sail the Arctic Sea. Can beat the old Paulina, you needn't try me, sons. We challenge all but great and small, we're indeed to St. John. So now we're back in old St. John's, the rum is very cheap. We'll drink a health to Captain Guy who brought us over the deep. A health to our sweethearts, to our wives so fair. Not another ship could make the trip of the Paulina, I declare. But the wind was on the quarters, the engines working free. There's not another whaler that sail the Arctic Sea. Can beat the old Paulina, you needn't try me, sons. We challenge all but great and small. One more time. But the wind was on the quarters, the engines working free. Not another whaler that sail the Arctic Sea. Can beat the old Paulina, you needn't try me, sons. We challenge all but great and small, we're indeed to St. John.
Sounding great, Fergus. Let's have a look at how Ron Strapino is doing.
Okay, so our carrot and celery are sweating down nicely. And so it's time now for us to deglaze. I got 3/4 of a cup of white wine, white Canadian wine. So that's gone in. That actually would do a job of getting all the fond off the bottom, because all that's down there, don't despair, that's all flavor. Nothing but flavor down there on that. Cleans the pot out nice for me too, so I don't have to scrub it after. It's not hard anyway. All right, so we got that in. So while that's doing its work and burning off the alcohol, we're going to put in 4 cloves of garlic. I personally don't put the garlic in right away with the onion, because there's a chance for it to burn and it kind of put a little bit of a bitter taste on your food. So I find it's always better afterwards. It'll still get in through and give lots of flavor, because there's still plenty of time to build. So we're also going to now put in some peppers. So I got a cup of red bell pepper and a cup of green. I find the red are a little bit more sweet, but you can't beat the color of having 2 different types of peppers in there. I enjoy it, and they certainly give a little bit more vitamins. And with the greens and the orange and the reds, it's just it just makes. I don't know, if you zoom in there, David, you can see the colors are just absolutely beautiful. Okay, so that's going to cook along there. I'm going to put in our tomatoes. So I have 3 tins of diced tomatoes. And don't worry, David, he's our producer, cameraman, director, you name it, film editor. He's going to put all this together for us, and he will make sure that all the ingredients list is there. We actually might put it up a little bit early so that anybody who would like to go and follow along at home and make it themselves, certainly feel free to. So we're going to let this get up to temp, and then we'll add in some of our stock, and then it's time to start adding the protein. So see you in a few minutes. Okay, so now we got it boiling away, or kind of, on a little bit of a hop. We're going to put in our aromatics. Okay, so first we got oregano. That's a tablespoon oregano. A teaspoon, because this stuff could carry a lot of flavor into it. That's tarragon. Tarragon gives kind of an anise, licoricey kind of flavor. Little bit of a kick, not too much of a kick, just a little bit. And that's a teaspoon of chili flakes. Give a little bit of a bam, or as I like to say, booyah. And that's a tablespoon of garlic and a tablespoon of onion powder. So we'll stir all that around a bit. Probably one of the most difficult parts of doing a good cioppino is, well, I guess first patience, but as well prep, because there's a lot of ingredients to it, and then you got to let it simmer and do its thing. So David, just pull back just a little bit, because I'm going to start transferring some broth. I always make too much broth because I'm not really sure, and this right now, along with the amount of seafood that we have, I'm going to have no other alternative but to gauge it. We mightn't have to use all the liters. But anyway, I'm just going to leave it at that for now. And we're going to let this simmer for about 25 minutes or so. Slowly. I had it up on max, just get it up the boil. Then I bring it down to 4 to 5. Let it work. Let it do its work naturally here. The smells are getting awesome, especially when you put in all those aromatics. Smells great. I wanted to show you some of the seafood that we have here, and I wanted to give, I gotta say, a big shout out to Ken Hunt. Ken, grew up with Ken, played ball with him years and years ago. I gave him a little Facebook message and asked him, could he help me out, because I couldn't find some mussels and some other items yesterday because of the May 24th weekend. So he came up with some lovely crab and crab pieces and these amazing knuckles. Can you imagine that down in your soup, and then being able to just take that and eat away at it? Brilliant. Thanks so much. Ken's with the aqua crab producers out in Aquafort, actually. So shout out to those guys, shout out to Ken, thanks so much, really appreciate it. Okay, so we'll be back in a few minutes. We got to let this cook down, and then we'll start putting in our protein.
Diary, diary, diddly died up a day, up a day, diddly died up a day, up a day, diddly died up a day, diddly died up a day, up a day, diary, diary, diddly died up a day, up a day, diddly died up a day, up a day, diddly died up a day, up a day, diddly up a day, diary, diary, diddly died up a day, 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 up a day, up a day, up a day, diary, diary, diddly died up a day, diddly died up a day, diddly died up a day, up a day, diddly died up a day, up a day, up a day.
If you listen carefully, you'll find hundreds of long-lost dialects. More dialects than any other place on the planet. So don't be surprised if you find yourself lost in conversation or a bit of tomfoolery. Newfoundland and Labrador.
Okay, so our soup is doing a really nice little simmer. I could see just even by the onions being translucent there that everything is coming together and cooking very nicely. This is at the part where I'm going to put in just a little bit of soy. I'm going to probably say a tablespoon of soy, and the same of Worcester, just to kind of give it that little bit of brightness. And this is where I put in the 2 tablespoons of fish sauce as well. So we're going to let that work through. As you can see, there's so many beautiful vegetables and the bacon and the sausage, and they're all waiting for their friends to join them in the pool. so that's where we're going to come over, and our first item, first protein that's going to go in the pool is going to be our cod, and we're going to put in our shelled crab as well. Lovely big piece. We're probably not going to use it all, but we're just going to make some really nice chunks. I'm doing it kind of diagonally. I'll cut it again there in a second. But, we'll cut it all. Leave the rest for maybe some cod bites or something else a little bit later, which I'm sure I know my wife would like. Some nice little blocks that we can make sure it all fit on a spoon nicely. Like that. So we're just going to take some of these and add over here. Mix them in gently because cod is great in soups, but really don't want to be moved too much because it'll flake. Now if it'll flake this fine, there'll still be lots of flavour. But it's just something gratifying about getting a nice big chunk of whitefish. You know what? I said I wasn't going to use it all, but guess what? I just did. Here we go. So next we got a couple different types of crab. I'll leave that one there for a second. Like I said, these are just absolutely beautiful. Thanks again, Ken Hunt. You're a guy. You're an amazing lifesaver. Just going to take these, bend them down. I'm just going to turn the heat up again because these are still cold. Now it's really becoming a cioppino or cioppino. It depends. Some people call it cioppino, some people cioppino. I'm good with either. I know that Suzanne Drover's mother, I did this a couple of years ago at the Thursday event called Hooked on Local. And Suzanne Drover's mom, Rosalind Mercer, loved the cioppino, and I really appreciate it because I was putting myself out there because all the rest of the guys own restaurants and are, you know, full chefs, and I'm just a foodie. I'm just a person who likes to cook. And I went and made a lovely dish of cioppino, and she liked it. I just got to, you know, wash my hands. Alright, we're going to cross over David. And we're going to get our crab. This again was from Ken. This was frozen. We're not really. I know that all the boats in it are going out now, but we're really not in season. So grateful to get this crab. And it's going to put so much flavor into the dish. Actually, a lot of crab. Anybody who likes crab would love this cioppino, and maybe next year I'll do it at the Thursday night event. Please God. So all the crab is in the pool, and the butter's getting high. I'm gonna put some more crab just because I got it. I'm going to put this in the pot too. Some people love that, and it's flavor, wonderful flavor. Here we go, and we'll put this into the pot. Now it's time to put some shrimp. These also were frozen. but all local. We'll just let this stir just for a second. And I can't stir too much at this point just because of, like I said, the cod that's down in the back. I got the heat turned up almost to max right now because we need to bring up the temperature again. We have these wonderful little mini scallops that we got from Powell's, and again, just wonderful, wonderful flavor. So we're gonna bam them in, juice and all, because it's all flavor. David's taking a look here. I gotta wash my hands again. Hope everybody continues washing their hands, safe social distancing. My buddy David is who we chose to be in our bubble here in the Delaney household. He works very closely with me and he's doing a great job with the town, and I appreciate everything that he does, I gotta say. That there is gonna build some massive, massive flavor. And we'll be back in, I'm gonna say it's probably gonna take about another 10 minutes or so for this, and then we'll come back and finish it off with mussels, and we'll plate it a little bit later, and hope you try it at home and you'll enjoy it. Okay, so our cioppino is semi-boiling away. Everything is melding in together. The smells here are awesome. Oh, I'm going to take a little taste. Excellent. It's getting there. Discard that one. Get a new one. I forgot to go and put the tomato paste in, so I'm still going to put it in. It still needs a little bit more of that tomato flavor. Lots of time, lots of patience. That will help with the deep, rich flavor. I could have snuck it in, but I said no, I'm not going to sneak it in. Let's just put it in as part of our ingredients list. So that's in, that'll work. I'm now going to put in the rock stars. Okay, I got two different ways. I got some bottled mussels and their juice. So we're going to put all those in. And that was in a kind of a vinegar base, so it's great because I always finish off with some balsamic vinegar, and which we will here now in a second. And we're going to put in our mussels. Not much space left in the pool, boys and girls. I'm going to have to be very careful on what I put in. I don't want the cup to runneth over. And these are all open for a reason, because the only mussels I was able to get yesterday was from Ken Hunt, God love him. So that's the reason why that these are open, is that they were frozen and they were all frozen, and their flavor should be lovely because that they were frozen. So we got bottled and these frozen mussels. And that's about all that I'm going to put in there at this moment, just for the simple fact it's going to come over the sides in a second there. It's jam-packed with goodness. I mean, you got crab, and you got cod, and you got shrimp, you got scallops, barrels of crab. I mean, gracious, take a look. Yeah, nice and close, David. I'm going to wash my hands. So when we come back, we're going to take up a couple bowls, and we're going to put some Parmesan cheese, and we're going to put on some green onion garnish, and I'm going to give some to David behind the camera. Been here now for 4 hours, filming away, and my co-producer with David, Maggie's there. She's going to have some in a second as well. And we'll see you back. I'm going to say probably in about 10 minutes, but it'll be a lot quicker for you because David is editing. See you then. Okay, so here we are at the fun part. Everything in the pool is cooked. Just look at that. I mean, it's jam-packed full. What a chipino. Anyway, it's almost at the point of our cup run is over, but that's the way it should be. And we'll share this with some of our volunteers and family and friends after it's over. I hope everybody's staying safe during this COVID. It's really unfortunate that we didn't have an opportunity to have our seafood festival. I know a lot of hard work, a lot of volunteer hours go into the event. Please God, we'll be back again next year. So we're going to play two because David's here and he's been here for 4 hours, and let him have a bit of the grub. My daughter Maggie's back there right now frothing at the mouth. And yeah, the smells are awesome. I'm going to put in some mussels first, just because the crab was eager to pop into the bowl. Same thing here. There we go. Now we can start the ladle. Really get down and get the sausage, the crab, all into the pot. I can see the cod, oh yeah. There you go, so that's one. Dig down, see the shrimp, more of the mussels. A bit of crab. Dog barking outside, going crazy, saying hello to everybody who walks in. We had a lot of walkers that come down around Neck Road, Coley's Point, Bay Roberts. We're going to swing over. Two of these ready to roll. They're not all prettied up yet. I'll pretty them up during a second. So to finish off, we have some very nice Parmesan. I use 2 ways just to get to 2 different sizes. The microplane side, and of course in just the cheese grater side. That's a nice cheese, nice fresh Parmesan. Put on there with some green onions, so we're going to put some green onion over the top for a garnish and a little bit extra flavor. Parm, oh yeah. And over here, Powell's got this amazing bread up there right now. Jamie O'Flaherty's done this amazing sourdough bread. And we have a couple, we have the baguette here, which is lovely, but we also have the sourdough, which I'm a huge fan of. And I don't know if you can see that, David, just look at the beautiful leaves in that he puts into it. I mean, it's really authentic artisanal bread. So I take just ordinary garlic, give a little bit of a scrape over it, just a little bit to heat, because it takes care of the rest of it. Oh, the smell is absolutely awesome. So we have 2 of those, so we'll just take them and just move this over here a bit. bread. The bread's cut up. You just pop it on this side. The bread, so you can dip up that lovely stock as well. And there you go, my friends. I wish we could be together for the Seafood Festival. I'll probably do this next year on a Thursday. This will be aired on Wednesday, and we would have been at Kelly's Landing. Kelly's Landing always has a wonderful salmon dinner, and this year Donna had to cancel it, of course, because of COVID. And we also would have had people that would have been over to the Bacaloo Brewery as well. And so it's unfortunate, but that's it. We did this so that you can have a look at some of the wonderful product that Newfoundland and Labrador provides. You know, shop local, help our fisher persons, buy what you can local in the area. I'd also like to thank our special guest tonight, Fergus O'Byrne. Fergus supplied the music for tonight, and I greatly appreciate it. Good friend of ours, been part of the festival from the beginning. He also did Young Folk at the Hall for us, and it's unfortunate that that wasn't able to happen. Can't wait for it to happen again next year. Wonderful, wonderful youth embracing our Celtic and traditional cultures of Newfoundland and Labrador. So that's about it. If you get an opportunity, you can follow me at Just a Foodie on Instagram, or my blog, which is justafoodie.wordpress.com. You can do that, and you'll see a lot more either food reviews or my recipes and all that stuff. Anyway, from the town of Bay Roberts, from the Song, Stages and Seafood Festival, I bid you a good night, and thanks very much. God bless, and stay safe.
Thanks so much, Ron. The cioppino turned out excellent. Thank you once again to Ron Delaney for doing a demo of how he makes his cioppino, and to Fergus O'Byrne for providing the great music for tonight. Once again, the 2020 Song, Stages and Seafood Festival is proudly sponsored by Powell's Supermarket. Visit them online at powellsnl.ca and let them do the shopping for you. From their family to yours, stay home and stay safe. On behalf of all of us here, thank you for watching. Be sure to join us tomorrow night for a cooking demo by Chef Rory McPherson with entertainment by Ronnie Power. Goodbye for now.